So they had to do something a little different, but excited to see how this pans out today.
Blair Zepeda puts the ball in play. It is dropped in the end zone by the true freshman Tyquan Thornton. Team quarterback. He takes the first snap of the season for Baylor, and he hands it off to Jamichael Hasty. 33 until he was awarded a single-digit number. They go right back.
Control the line of scrimmage, what you've seen they've been able to do thus far.
Brewer's first pass is to the same guy who's carried the ball a couple of times, Jamichael Hasty, 5. And Brewer throws it high.
And looks like that's what happened.
Senior punter Drew Galitz, who they're happy to have back. He had his season cut short last year due to injury and puts his strong leg into this one, and it winds up along the sideline.
And didn't finish the season.
Tracy James in the backfield, but the 4 on the first possession for Abilene Christian, and the handoff was just in time. Top of the screen. On the rollout. The pass for Abilene Christian as well. And they just got the punt away. And Jalen Hurd touched the football. He slid into it with his legs. 1 for 2 for 5 through the air. And on play action, he finds Jalen Hurd over the middle.
Over the middle of the field, it's wide open.
They throw the screen to Denzel Mims, and Mims gets a little loose. Brewer will throw it again. This time underneath to Chris Platt, and Platt just...
Pass interference. Number 5, offense.
3 receivers at the top. Over the middle, and that ball is over. Every play as fast as they can, 9,500 plays a game, and this ball was low and earns himself a scholarship here to Baylor. Brewer, that one right in the breadbasket for Denzel. And Martin.
Continue to attack ACU as the game goes on.
Fair catch being waived for. They hand the ball off to Tracy James, and James, lone returning running back. They had real problems in the running game last year. Out of the shotgun, the pass is complete. Hung on to, and then was academically ineligible to play last season. They get him back. There was a shot. Fuller in motion on 2nd and 10, and they hit him in the backfield. Steps past one tackler, but then the rest of the Bears. They're going to throw long, and there was a mix-up. Laurier added this rugby-style punt to his repertoire because he had some issues with punts being blocked. That one gets over the head of Jalen Hurd, and now he makes a couple miss and gets a little bit more room running towards the sideline.
Expose each other.
Well, here's the first series for Jalen McClendon at quarterback, and he had a wide-open target for his one shot. This is his final year of eligibility to be the quarterback here at Baylor. And the pass complete. 100-yard games, that's all as a running back, as McClendon just got rid of the football. And so McClendon has to get rid of it. He finds Hasty again out of the backfield, and Hasty still on his feet, and he's in the end zone.
Illegal block in the back. Number 84, offense.
Of ACU. And McClendon, he's going forward here to Jalen Hurd, and the transfers hook up. Keep that ball out of his hands. Extra point he's tacked on.
So far, 1st and 2nd down, not too bad for Abilene Christian, but 3rd down's been their trouble.
DJ Fuller will take it out from the goal line, and it looks like a good move for Fuller. Went 2-9 last year. That pass is complete. 7th season of football. It's just their 6th. Anthony hands it off. Tracy James on 1st down. Picked off. A nice jumping grab. Running down the sideline. Bears offense inside the 20. And the handoff. McClendon rolling out. On the run. And that one is hauled down. No game action in his first 2 seasons. Never started a game at NC State. To the backup to Ryan Finley.
One of those guys that 25 different majors on this football team.
That pass winds up in the hands of Josh Fink. And he hands it off to Tracy James, and James bounces it to the outside. Rolling out Anthony. Has some time, and he has DJ Fuller. And Fuller's in the end zone.
Get over in time to help. Big touchdown by Abilene Christian to stay in this football game.
Against Texas Tech in 2024 and 26. Who's going to catch this one? Winds up being John Lovett.
Exciting.
And he will throw on 1st down. And he will throw long on 1st down. Chris Platt. Coaches want the deep threat back here at Baylor to be a big part of their offense as this passes to JaMychal Hasty, the running back.
Three big tight ends, one back.
And they hand it off. Brendan Burke, Dave Anderson, and Christian Steckel here at Baylor, who is punting the ball away. And a fair catch being signaled for. On first down, they hand it off to Tracy the last 4 seasons. Under pressure is Anthony. He the top of the screen. They just get the playoff. And Anthony throws high, but well short.
Punt it back.
Jalen Hurd is back again. It has been an adventure on his first 2 punt returns. Punt from ACU from the 33 of Baylor. On the move is Brewer, and he will keep it. Found a lane. And they said that was one of the reasons he didn't run as much as they wanted him to, is because he was banged up and they were afraid to run it. This time he throws a pass on the run. On second down, just got rid of it to Ebner, and Ebner.
But those first games are fun.
First and 10 from the 40, and a pirouette and a catch from Chris Platt, who has some of the. He didn't appear in any of the first 4 games. And he hands this one off, and there is a lane there for Lovett, and he dropped the football. Fullback. And Hasty takes everybody with him into the end zone. Just doesn't say a lot. He just leads by example, goes out there and works and touches on it. This is a fair catch called for at the 1-yard line. I'm sure CT can attest to that. And on first downs in the backfield for ACU. Anthony's catch is to DJ Fuller, his most frequent target tonight.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
It's hard to hide.
On first down, that pass. They'll throw again here. Just got rid of it, and that one deflected to Fuller. 2016 had to sit out all last season due to some academic issues. And it's McCrary showing off his speed to the outside. From the 29. They hand it off to McCrary. He gets bottled up. The Baylor 27, and on 2nd and 8 after their second timeout, they hand it off, and there is no. We're true freshmen a year ago. There's Fuller running towards the sideline. He got around.
Personal foul. Late hit out of bounds. Number 3. Defense.
Luke Anthony, sophomore quarterback, hands it off, and Tracy James fumbled the football.
After further review, the runner's left knee was down on the ground at the 9-yard line.
And they give it back to James. Did they get it off? Just did. Under pressure, and down he goes. ACU does not have a player on their roster with any field goal.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 68, offense.
For the first field goal try. And he puts it right through. Will kick it away. And this one will be fielded at the 5-yard line by true freshman Tyquan Thornton. And he cuts through past the 25s, but it's been a while since he's seen the field. Brewers had the last 2 series as Tyquan Thornton, Miami, LSU, and Tennessee. And that pass is complete to Chris Platt. He built up any rust over there on the sideline. And right through the gut is JaMychal Hasty. And Hasty will take it. That's a 54-yard. That's 2 tonight for JaMychal Hasty.
Yeah, they were excited to have him back.
Rule about, well, what are they going to do? What are they going to change? They said, hey, we're not going to do anything different. Brewers so far tonight against an FCS opponent in Abilene Christian, and that their best playmaker, and he's on the sidelines right now. And they go to the running game, and they go to Billy McCrary. And Billy McCrary racing down the sidelines. Did he stay in? Touchdown! And he got a chance to put one.
They probably normally wouldn't even be looking at, but these guys are turning Dorrell into a smart man as they.
Jalen McClendon back in again on play action. That one bobbled and eventually hauled in by Treston Ebner. And then Ebner takes a pop but stays on his feet and drags it a little. 56 yards and a touchdown. This handoff is to John Lovett in 2014 and 2015, obviously rocked by the sexual assault scandal as they shoot one down the sideline there, and there's a big time. But there is a lot of excitement about the trajectory of where this football team is, and there's a lot of excitement about Lovett running the football.
Play.
Lovett with the touchdown. A lot was put on Lovett. And a freshman, Treston Ebner, who we've seen a lot tonight, carrying the football, and also
just like that, he sheds a block at the last second.
Got a quarterback change for ACU. Samaje Davis pulled the ball back. Baylor alternate quarterbacks. That's the first time we've seen Davis take a snap in that pass. Anthony takes his time, and he found off play action. Anthony throws it underneath.
Holding, number 68, offense.
All the way back for 1st and 20. Anthony hits Sadler. Baylor, and the head coach, Adam Dorrell, was more than happy to point out to his team many times
there and make something happen.
See if they take a shot here. The time is running out in the first half, and Anthony steps up. Time really running down. 4 already. And they do kick it, and it is no problem. And this will be brought out to the 25.
He's got maturity beyond his years.
They flipped the ball to Tracy James, and James
In the second half.
That was Terrell Bernard with the interception back early in the first quarter, and running right back 3rd and 2. They'll throw. Flag flies. Pass is incomplete.
Trying to give him a little more space. When you have 2 guys back there, you often get people in your face early and often. Now he's
called for the fair catch, but couldn't secure it with Jalen McClendon. The handoff to Hasty. We've been told may make an appearance in this football game. But if Hasty keeps running like this, it's Platt on the top of the screen, Hurd just below him, and it's Brewer looking over the middle and trying to find his 3rd option, Denzel Mims. 1,000 yards last year receiving for Mims, and then Brewer and play some football, and he's the week 1 starting tight end as a true freshman. The handoff this time is to Lovett. We've seen him shake and bake. 6th play of the drive. They need 3 more yards for a touchdown. And Lovett is going to take it to the outside and turn it in for a touchdown. And Baylor, after the extra point,
he's going to start doing it again, in a friendly sight for all these Baylor fans. Lots of points. They love their points.
ACU back on the field. Luke Anthony. Quarterback Luke Anthony sliding out to the bottom of the screen. Samaje Davis, their backup quarterback.
Nope.
False start, number 77, offense.
More tonight to help that out. They only rush 3, but they still get through. Luke Anthony has to throw it away.
Forced a throw, and Baylor's getting the ball back.
Oh, we've got a penalty here. We've got a punter down. And we've got a live ball.
There is no foul for roughing the kicker.
Oh.
He's out of this. He's
The
out of
punter
the pocket.
was outside the tackle box.
And it is Charlie Brewer looking long here on 1st down. Goes short, but they've got a tough one against the Conference USA opponent UTSA coming up. They lost that game last year. Lost the opener to Liberty.
Points and running lanes that they need to fix up.
Brewer steps up, gets it away. Jalen Hurd got one hand on it, kept it alive, and it's picked off. And so now Abilene Christian takes over in their own territory, but one burst of speed, and here he goes again. Billy McCrary dragged out of bounds. For Kedrick Vaughn's made that tackle, saved the touchdown, but then he limped off the field out of bounds. And now there's a wide open receiver in Josh Game. That 45-yard run. But they give it to Tracy James. Rolling back. Looking at the end zone. And a sliding catch.
Secure it before he rolls around.
This will be fielded at the 7 by Tyquan Thornton. And he bursts his way. Football game. This is his first drive of the second half. And he hands it to JaMychal Hasty. And Hasty. Plenty
NFL-type backs with what kind of moves they have.
McClendon throws it to Chris Platt, who has
70-yard touchdowns. You must have had about 30 of them.
Weaving his way. This is Treston Ebner. He says scholarships that are limited. And so when you get into an opponent with a big morning, to make sure that they were hydrated all day long, not just during the game. Jalen
down there with the flow of the game, but he definitely seems like he's the more comfortable of the two.
Some presence there in the pocket, and then he puts it. 50-yard field goal attempt. And he's got the leg, and he puts it right through. 0 for 5 tonight on 3rd down. There's Baylor's offense. Poster boy. Samaje Davis in at quarterback took a step like he was going to run. Use him for a change of pace. Redshirt freshman. The backup quarterback. That pass is out of bounds. Well, they're going to say he caught it in the backfield as Luke Anthony becomes a receiving option, but instead they hand it off to Tracy James.
Personal foul, Illegal block below the waist. Number 61, offense.
Samaje Davis takes the snap. Double pass as Anthony finds the open receiver. It's Tracy James who is eventually gang tackled. Anthony throws that one college level. Specifically, Anthony puts it there for Chase Coakley. Delay game.
Offense.
Final minute here in the third quarter. And they throw it to James. They motion Billy McCurry out. They throw it to him with a couple of blockers. See if he can show off the wheels again. Last night all around this area. In Waco is third down. Low snap picked up off the ground. Anthony does find James when he threw for 176 yards. That was for the season. He's thrown for 173 yards tonight. Starting quarterback when Ryan Finley announced that he was going to skip the NFL draft. Well, listen, as a grad transfer coming to a program with a returning quarterback, which
Matt Leinart stayed the course, didn't even have a snap in college, but goes out there and he's got a 13-year career in the NFL. That is the type of thing that can happen with a guy that's willing to come here, make these sacrifices, and run backside. You got to get to the ball, and you got to finish plays, and that's what you've seen.
And that's coming from Phil Snow. We talked about his 42 years of coaching experience. Here's a shot downfield. 3rd and 12. Anthony threw it up for grabs. Back to potentially receive this punt. But he'll go over for support instead, as this punt is taken back by Tony Nicholson. Nicholson all the way back across the field and just here in the fourth quarter. And Jalen McClendon will hand the ball off, as we expect to see a lot on the ground, but it doesn't mean
them last year, and it's something they really need to improve.
Lovett looking for somewhere to go and pointed out that he is most likely to cough up the football, but you have to get there. McClendon's going to throw here, and he's throwing in the direction of Denzel Mims, who 26 to go, and you're talking about a preseason All-Big 12 and Blitnikoff candidate still in the game. And McClendon will hand it off to Lovett again, and Lovett finds some space on the outside, and Lovett with a burst of speed.
Runs right down the alley and almost finishes it, but does here. Out of the way, giving Lovett plenty of room.
Had a total of 10 in their 1-11 campaign.
Obviously something they emphasize all off.
The final single digit, number 2, still up for grabs.
Too many of those D tackles that wear those weird single digits.
He keeps it. Pump fake. Pretty good burst of speed there and gets out. They hand it off. And running right back into a tackle that time. Luke Anthony back to pass. He got popped. The ball.
Angles, right? Tyrese hasn't had a lot of reps out there yet, and all of a sudden James Lynch has been playing all day. He's expected to take the right angle and get that block. He didn't stand a chance.
Running back, he could have done that and walked away from Tennessee when he did. But he said this is a life change for him, is to become a wide receiver, to stay healthier, and hopefully make more money long term when it comes to his NFL career by being a wide receiver.
I mean, I could say as a wide receiver in the NFL, he's 100% correct. And people that question his toughness, I could tell you I was a tough player, and there was no way that I would ever run in between the tackles in the SEC. And he did that for 4 years and was 400 yards away from being their all-time leading rusher. He is absolutely
continue to redshirt if needed.
I really like it. I remember when I was a freshman.
It was his second ACL surgery that he had to go through. This is Josh Fleeks again. Charlie Brewer's done. He went 8 for 15 for 138 yards. McClendon running the option here. He's going to keep it, and he's going to throw a defender off him. Split. You talk about, you want to see the ability to run and pass and split that. And he's going to hand the ball off.
Handoff from getting into the end zone.
Garrett McGuire continuing to go.
Later
Arkansas.
Offense. Because the foul occurred when the clock was running, a 10-second subtraction was included in the penalty.
The clock is running. They're counting along with it. They won't have to punt the football. And they set off fireworks. This is the first win here at McLean Stadium for Matt Rule.